I desire for you to fully embrace my will for you today, declares God. Release yourself from the constraints imposed by materialism and the obligations and requirements of your spiritual self and the spiritual world. The concept of insufficient resources weighs heavily on the spirit, emotions, and intellect. However, I am the one who fulfills all of your requirements. Through the unseen reality of the eternal world, which I summoned and granted you access to through the blood of the cross sacrifice, I effortlessly provide you with everything you desire. Come and join me. Recognize that I am the individual who is currently transforming you and your environment into the ideal embodiment of purity and power that you are. God informs you in your heart, I will receive my blessing here and now. Although some individuals were not granted the blessing, they perished in faith. Individuals of that nature are unnecessary in the world. However, you have the opportunity and capacity to immediately acknowledge, embrace, and comprehend the inherent dominion, power, favor, and blessings that are present in heaven as an immediate outpouring to you. Heaven has bestowed upon you an abundance of blessings, which more than compensate for the deficiencies in your life. That is my identity and my profession. I am love, and you are love. I transport you to the realm of love, where failure is non-existent due to the perfection of love. Are you in support of my love? Therefore, God commands you to embrace the unwavering favor that is yours today. Today, God informs you that you are greater than the sum of your parts. You are not merely flesh and blood. You are not merely muscle and tissue. The breath I inhaled into you during the process of forming you from the dust of the earth is an essential component of your essence, just as your body is. The essence of your being is derived from your spiritual soul. It is the aspect of you that is connected to me as a result of your acceptance of redemption, which entailed the surrender of your life to me. Today, I am summoning you to this region of sanctuary. Protect from suffering and grant pardon in the face of sorrow. The liberation from all forms of poverty, illness, restriction, and lack. According to God, there is no poverty in paradise, and your responsibility on earth is to pray, as in heaven, so it is on earth. I will adopt the perspective of a spiritually saved individual who is deeply rooted in my position on the throne. Adhere to a cherished, throned mentality, as you are no longer under the control of sin and limitations. Your contribution is the source of my boundless energy, pure without constraints, infinite joy, an eternal tranquility that surpasses all that is not pure, joyful, or serene in the world. What is it that I wish to convey to you? I declare the command of resurrection in this message: arise from the grave and perform the deeds for which I died on the cross. Whatever Calvary provides for you is yours. You are entitled to all of my suffering, regardless of what transpires in this life or after death. Believe in the future rewards, but also capitalize on the benefits that the precious blood has already provided. Today, God declares, I have already accomplished that. I will not descend to you. The road, and even the path that I am on, was established after the payment was made. You are requesting that I perform an action that I have already completed. Why request additional work when you have not yet completely utilized the completed product that I created and that is exclusively yours to enjoy? Maintain your optimism. There is no indication of a negative outcome. The conclusion is imminent, which signifies the conclusion of vanity, sorrow, and the abyss that has been observing you throughout the day and night. I will not allow corruption to consume you, declares God. Corruption is diminishing, and integrity is emerging. Today, I have rendered you sacred. The words I spoke to you have cleansed you. I would like to reiterate that I will not descend to the location where you are. You must descend to the location where I am, where you will locate the seat that your place card indicates is yours. The cuisine is prepared. The angels are anticipating the infusion of my kindness as oil and wine, which will enable them to transform all that is in existence. God declares, this is a paradise that has been realized in your heart and circumstances. Allow the flow of my blessings to carry you wherever it may lead. Surrender. God declares, you have successfully navigated the turbulent rivers and are now in your promised land, metaphorically. You have endured the most challenging conflict of your life thus far. However, I have provided you with the fortitude to prevail and emerge victorious. According to God, there is no obstacle to your success. Adhere to this strategy. Do not allow temporary setbacks to induce anxiety and render you susceptible to conflict. I did not endow you with a spirit of dread, rather, I bestowed upon you a spirit of power, love, and a sound mind. Maintain your self-assurance and recall that, as the Father stated, you are a champion, a victor, and more than a conqueror in all aspects of your life. The conclusion of the nocturnal period signifies the commencement of a new day and the onset of your upcoming era of dawn, as well as the cessation of uncertainty and suffering. It is crucial to contemplate the transition from darkness to light and its implications. You maintain your course even though the outside is extremely dark. In the kingdom, the darkest hour occurs immediately before dawn, and night precedes day. Your dawn is approaching the realm of abundance, advancement, and regeneration. This healing will ensure that you are free of any wounds from the spears that struck you during the day or the illnesses that concealed themselves in the darkness. The Father declares, the worst is behind us, and the best is yet to come. Celebrate, express gratitude, and prepare for festivities. Before the video continues, I request you to like the video and share this video with your family and friends, and request to donate us some dollars because I do not have house and I have to make my new house. According to God, connections are more significant than property. You are aware that God has selected you to govern my dominion, and you have inquired, Father, when will these events occur? I assert that the individual who governs his or her own heart is superior to the individual who assumes control of a metropolis. It is impossible to attain success in the external world without first mastering one's mind. At the foot of the cross, allow the resolute spirit within you to be subdued and abandoned. Afterward, the external resistance will yield, begging for forgiveness and fleeing from my steadfast kindness that envelopes you with a radiance that surpasses that of the sun. The Father states, I am not providing you with numerous items in addition to Christ. What inferior gift would I withhold from you, given that I have already bestowed the Son upon you? What is the offer? Resolving issues. Moving forward. That item is yours. What is preventing you from achieving progress in the context of the victory that I have granted you? You must comprehend that the information I have already provided to you is significantly more compelling and straightforward than what you anticipate I will say in the future. Additional words are unnecessary. It is imperative to employ those that are already in existence. Subsequently, the adversary will be vanquished, and gifts will appear, along with new instructions for the subsequent phases of your existence. Today, God is asserting that I am responsible for the events in your life. Begin by imploring God for the outcome, rather than the process. You are not permitted to instruct me on how to complete my assignments. You frequently experience difficulty with your petitions because they are predicated on your expectations rather than your conviction that you will act on your desires. Leave the specifics to me, the Father commands. Moses was unaware of the method by which I would transport him across the Red Sea. Elijah was consistently taken aback by how I delivered him. Despite having 300 warriors at his disposal, Gideon was unaware of my strategy for defeating the Midianites. They didn't have to spend the entire night devising strategies to persuade me to behave in a particular manner when they could have simply provided me with the necessary information. We should cease discussing the activities you desire me to pursue in your life. The Israelites perished in the desert as a result of their inability to maintain their focus on the larger picture and allow me to manage the minor details. By maintaining your focus on the ultimate objective, you will experience a sense of tranquility and be able to fully appreciate the journey without the need to fret or stress over trivial matters. The Father declares, I possess this. Relax and relish the journey. Did I not previously assert that the things of life come from the heart, as the Father has stated? Prevent negative influences from entering your spirit. Establish a barrier of resistance between yourself and the circumstances, individuals, and objects that consistently emit negative, defeatist skepticism. The adversary of your objectives has presented criticism in a manner that facilitates the infiltration of darkness. It is now appropriate to request the return of your key. The Father asserts that the abundance of your heart will manifest in your existence. I have modified the human heart to operate in your favor, rather than against you. Embrace the positive aspects of your existence, and they will supplant the negative ones. Observe the loveliness, and it will appear at your doorstep each morning. Adopt the qualities that contribute to a favorable review, and you will undoubtedly receive a favorable report. I will pour out my virtue from my throne to heal your land, so accept the things that emanate from virtue. Is there no positive, uplifting fact or compliment that you would like to contemplate today? The Father instructs you to contemplate these matters today, as they will provide insight into your future. As of today, God instructs us to concentrate on the positive news rather than the non-stop negative messages. The Father asserts that the prophets occasionally express opinions that differ from one another. One will assert that the day will be void of color and darkness, while another will assert that the mountains will be illuminated by daylight. Your emotions indicate that both are accurate. You will not be shaken, the Father commands, if you direct your affection toward me. This season is characterized by your willingness to relinquish possessions and your ties to fulfill my will in your life. Always bear in mind, what can a man take from you that I can give you? What actions can individuals take to cause harm to others that I am unable to rectify with a single act of divine grace? The Father advises, do not be disheartened when the prophets predict that loss is imminent. Nothing that is concealed within me will be influenced by the events that are imminent. I am the owner of your existence and all of your possessions. I will provide you with protection and assistance. Other individuals will be astounded by your wealth and food, and they will inquire, how is this feasible? Our response will be to direct them to a compassionate Father who is concerned with the welfare of each sparrow that plummets from the branch. Before the video continues, I request to donate us some dollars because I do not have house and I have to make my new house. Currently, God asserts that His Word demonstrates signs through light and sound. The quantity of light that can be traversed is contingent upon the volume of sound produced. You must acknowledge that your transgressions have been expunged and that the price has been paid for your freedom and independence to walk in the light, as I am in the light, and to form friendships with one another. These were given, inspired, and approved by God for you and all others who possess faith and are not constrained by anyone or anything. The extent to which this is accepted, pursued, and comprehended is directly proportional to the extent to which my grandeur is manifest in your life. If you desire what I possess, you must behave in a manner that is consistent with my own. I am a deity of action. Emulate my actions, and you will observe that my assertions are accurate. You are now responsible for managing the situation. It is not related to my abilities or willingness. Rather, it pertains to the extent to which you have faith in my ability to accept information that is not immediately apparent to you. I am not restricted in any way and am able to move around with ease. The sole factor that impedes, redirects, or restricts your capacity to believe. Although it may appear to be effortless, if it were truly effortless, everyone would be doing it. What is the approximate number of individuals who will have faith in the Son of Man upon His arrival? There is a greater number of individuals practicing their faith than ever before, and successive generations have acquired the ability to intentionally apply their faith, cultivate it, and attain faith-driven outcomes in their lives. Eventually, a fact that many individuals disregard as deceptive or inaccurate will manifest in their lives, albeit not in the manner they anticipated. You can be confident that the prospect of glory is manifesting in your life and your interactions with others, as your intentions are beneficial. God informs you today that He is allowing rain and dew to descend on you and cover you, as He is opening the doors of heaven. You will undergo a process of transformation, rejuvenation, and healing after experiencing the agony of nocturnal periods and war wounds. It is a critical component of your guaranteed recovery, rehabilitation, and restoration, according to God. Rain and dew have arrived in conjunction with the season of renewal. This signifies the conclusion of the seasonal transitions for you, which is an occasion for celebration and acknowledgement. You will receive numerous blessings that serve as evidence of the commencement of a new season as the Father fulfills His commitments to your life and destiny. Your recovery and rehabilitation will occur in stages. However, you can anticipate a rapid recovery that will prepare you for new challenges. Indeed, a new season has commenced, and you have been promoted. You have elevated your spiritual status and granted it the necessary authority. God instructs you to alter your perspective as you acknowledge your elevated status within the dominion. Eliminate any comfort zones or coping mechanisms that may have been established the night before and capitalize on this opportunity. I have requested assistance from the angels as you commence your new position. According to the Father, you will not falter or waver, but rather devise novel strategies to liberate the enslaved, save lives, and advance the kingdom. According to God, anxiety is subsiding, and joy is imminent. In certain circumstances, your aspiration to participate in my kingdom has manifested as a mindset that states, "Lord, I will proceed, even if I make a mistake." I regret the perilous expeditions I undertake for your advantage. However, I anticipate independently contributing. The Father desires that you continue to pose inquiries. You are expected to disappoint me, and I will not respond with anger. Frequently, the full extent of my benevolence in your life is employed to guarantee your success, even in the aftermath of a significant error. Religious individuals become extremely enraged when they observe my actions. God the Father declares, "I will love you unconditionally," and they are powerless to alter that. Are you cognizant of the fragility of the barrier that stands before you? Be aware of your resilience and the extent to which I will always be at your side. Have you considered the number of angels that are designated to assist you in the fight until your captors are defeated? Numerous stores have been designated for you in the celestial domain. Are you aware that you possess the necessary forms to bring paradise to earth? You have already achieved the realization of paradise. What is preventing you from continuing? This is an action that you are capable of taking, according to the Father. With the blade's ferocity under your control, you can surmount the impossibility barrier and eliminate the impediment that your adversary has erected in your path. It is merely an illusion perpetrated by the adversary. The adversary has no significant obstacle that could impede your progress, as the cross eliminates all obstacles. In His kingdom, God declares that there will be novel partnerships, connections, and exchanges. There may be an individual in your life who has been disregarded due to the lack of concern from others. When all others have abandoned you, that individual will remain your steadfast friend. I am conversing with these kingdom companions concurrently with my conversation with you. You must be aware of the information I am providing to them, correct? The Father declares, "It is not desirable to be alone." The Father asserts that individuals may occasionally encounter an unnecessary issue. Do you recall the moment when Peter submerged himself in the water? Peter's traversal of the river is the sole image that individuals perceive as they listen to that narrative. I recall descending into the salt and embracing him. His agonized plea, "Master, I am doomed," and the fear and fishy odor emanating from his body are among the things I recall. I was so pleased with him at that moment that I was unable to articulate it. Peter acquired the ability to ask inquiries with greater precision. He posed a single inquiry after leaping over the railing and traversing the water: "Master, if you are present, please instruct me to ascend." However, I ultimately reached out to him, fully aware that he would soon be confronted with an unjust situation. In the message of today, God asserts that you are incapable of failing as long as you maintain a connection with Him. Maintain a strong connection with me throughout the entire day. The obstacles and hazards of your circumstances will attempt to capture your attention. Declare this in your heart: "I have eyes only for you, Lord." The threats and disasters that are imminent will dissipate, leaving you and me strong. The Father declares, "You will find solace and tranquility at my breast." When life becomes challenging, I am your source of solace. The anxiety and anguish are evident to me. There are instances in which you can conceal your sadness so effectively that no one in this world could ever discern it. The Father is cognizant of this. I comprehend your emotions and assure you that your feelings of sorrow and grief will dissipate. They will be replaced by an abundance of love and gratitude as I address your requirements in areas of life that you have never considered seeking assistance with. You are assured that the Father will provide you with solace. Today, I am enveloping you in the unwavering love and loyalty of a father who adores his offspring. You are never too elderly to seek my assistance. According to the Father, solitude is detrimental. You have experienced instances in which you were encompassed by individuals who wished to assist you, yet you felt entirely isolated. I assured your spirit during that period, I will never abandon you. I will never abandon you. Nevertheless, it was crucial to maintain eye contact with an individual and ensure that they would always be there for you. This represents the most severe agony that my children have experienced. Your adversary is aware that nothing, not even the conclusion of his world of darkness, can impede your progress when your heart and spirit are united on earth. The Father assures you that you will not be isolated. This implies that your vision and the aspirations of your spirit will be supported by those in your vicinity. The Father states, they will be similar to David and Jonathan in their relationship, and I will grant them the spirit of selflessness to fortify that bond when the sacrifices become significant. They are currently en route to you. Yesterday, God requested that you place a greater trust in Him in anticipation of His actions in your life today. Father asserts, you can rely on me. The moment has arrived. Right now is the appropriate time. Acquire the loot and compel the adversary to relinquish the prize. I am present within you, granting you my power to radiate even more brilliantly, particularly during this season. The Father declares, I am the God who has never arranged things in a straight line. Certain events in your life that you anticipated occurring sooner may not occur at all. Certain events that individuals anticipate will transpire in the future will occur sooner than anticipated. There is no map for the location to which I am transporting you, as it has never been visited. The only measurements that matter are how well you know me. There is no map. I will guide you deeper into my presence as you observe the intimacy. My essence reaches out to your essence, as the Father states. You may reflect on the narratives of those who preceded you and draw inspiration from their actions. However, I contend that they do not serve as the benchmark for your journey. Each epoch has its narrative. There is an opportunity for you to effect change. Currently, you have the opportunity to establish the most ambitious development trajectory for my kingdom over the next decade. Please pay close attention to the tone of my voice. Adhere to my instructions and visit the locations I specify. I did not establish any constraints on the extent of what was feasible. These constraints were established by individuals who have not participated and will prevent others from doing so. He declares, I am about to strike them. I will eradicate the doubters and pessimists, who will commence to voice their grievances in increasing volume. Some individuals may assert, the sky is falling. However, the kingdom is imminent, the sky is not falling. If you dissociate yourself from me, hearken to my voice, and respond promptly and accurately, you can participate in this process. Before the video ends, I request to donate us some dollars because I do not have house and I have to make a new house.